You break chains, spells, and generational curses by speaking up and sharing your truths. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to this channel, go ahead, click that like button, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more content as such. To all of my returning subscribers, my day ones, my OGs, thank you all so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate you. Without further ado, let's get back into it. 2025 is the year of many things, but one of those things, and this thing of very great importance, 2025 will be the year of you speaking up, telling, and sharing your truths. You break chains, spells, and generational curses by speaking up. In my community of melanated beings, we've been silenced and silenced for far too long. Silence is literally and has been etched in our DNA. We haven't been encouraged to speak up and speak our truths. And this whole mindset, lifestyle, and mentality even trickles down to my own family. The blood that I come from has many people with blocked throat chakras. And I'm like, no, that's not me. Can't be. But I lived a life before in this lifetime where being silenced and not speaking up and sharing my truths was an everyday thing. It was a lifestyle. And I just refused to go through life with buried ideas, thoughts, and stories like people from our families, our ancestors. Many of us have been conditioned to be silent and keep quiet when that's not who we are, nor who God created us to be. That's why you're depressed, sick and tired of being sick and tired, because your soul is calling and yearning to express itself. Your body and spirit and the world at large craves the frequency on which you speak. Without the language of you met with sound, the world is void of your unique expression. And you feel this on a soul level. That's why you feel the way you do and feel like something is missing or that you aren't doing enough because you aren't doing and vocally and vibrationally showing up in this realm how you should be. If you hear a lie long enough, that eventually becomes your truth when it was never meant to be that way. Growing up, I was often told, sit down, be quiet when we get here. You better not move and don't speak unless you are spoken to. If you are teaching your children this, don't be surprised if they are not as vocal about what's bothering them as an adult, let alone vocalizing themselves on anything or any topic at all. They will not bring you their problems or issues. They'll shove them down and will also have difficulty expressing bouts of happiness and joy when they have something to celebrate. There's a time and a place for everything, and I do believe in things being tactful and in order. However, what you learn is acceptable in law growing up tends to be hard as nails to part ways with as an adult. In my own experience, silence has only been a way to hide abuse, mistreatment, and keep devilish people under wraps doing the devil's work. It hasn't welcomed creative expression, freedom, and self love, which is needed for us to feel like whole people. Furthermore, when you allow your soul to flow throughout your whole body and come out of your mouth, you are helping to free your inner child who was once told to be quiet. Often, you are also helping free your ancestors. Sorry about that, y'all. You are also helping to free your ancestors who were reprimanded harshly and in some cases beat for speaking up. You are showing yourself that you are worthy enough to show up in the world and okay with people recognizing you by what you have to say. If you think about it, the things that you have to say are not for anything, especially if you are tapped in, if you consider yourself spiritual. And everybody is spiritual. So I don't want y'all to think like being spiritual is some type of VIP section in a club or some type of fancy organization that you don't have any access to. Everybody is spiritual because um humans having a we are spirits having a human experience. So people can define themselves as spiritual if they are like tapped into, spirituality and things of that nature. But I do believe whether you consider yourself spiritual or not, you're spiritual. But um like I said, if you are tapped in and you are getting divine wisdom from God, your ancestors, your spirit team, your spirit guides, those beings that are helping you in the spiritual realm here in the 3D, like even the more you should be speaking up, sharing your truths, because what you have to offer to the world, not only what you have to offer, and I just said it, what you have to offer is not only for yourself, but it's for the world. Literally, by you using your voice, the throat chakra is so powerful. And is a energy center for a reason. Your throat chakra, your throat space is a portal. So many things can happen on a spiritual, vibrational, and energetic level when you hear another person talk, speak, sing. So the whole idea of speaking up will not only change you on a cellular level, but it helps to change other people on a cellular level as well. And the things that we should speak up about, like only you and God knows that. Whatever God has impressed upon your heart to share, I feel personally like you should. Now I may not know you personally, but I feel like I was led to do this word for a reason. Not only as a reminder to myself, but each of us, we have our truths, we have our stories, we have ideas, thoughts, and creative endeavors that wish to be born and spoken and expressed through our vessel. Like it's literally etched in our DNA. It's meant for us to share our truths, things that we've experienced and gone through in our lifetimes, and things that um, our ancestors may have gone through, and they weren't allowed the opportunity to use their vocal cords. That's why it's even more important. I think about just even, shout out to Black History Month. It's really all year long, all year long. So don't get it twisted, but just think about the opportunities that I've been afforded um as a melanated person, reading and writing, speaking up, like even the more. If anybody in your family has been held back on any type of level, whether you're melanated or not, like you should be thirsty to speak up for yourself, to set the record straight for your bloodline, to balance the scales. Like God has given you a voice to use for a reason. And sometimes we feel so compelled to speak up because we should. Like that's exactly what we should be doing. Um But if you are still tuned into this message, go ahead and click that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.